If it got a paragraph, it's not food. If it got a paragraph, it's not food. Oh my soul. If you think about it, why, like anything that we ingest, that we get from the store, why does it have it really has a full essay on the back of it. It has like 30 different things that are in that one thing that you're eating. Twin of them, twin of them, twin of them. Peace and love, everybody. Today, we are reacting to The Math of Self-Improvement featuring Nuri Muhammad on Cancel Culture by Nick Cannon. Look, I know it's been a little minute since I did a reaction video, okay? It was well worth it though, because this video, I got a feeling it's gonna be fire. I got a feeling it's gonna be crazy and we're gonna get some mad knowledge, bro. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the community Discord in the description. But let's get into the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are back to a place where we can feel together, reveal together, so we can all heal together. It's not about canceling, it's about counseling. This is Counsel Culture, and I am joined once again. This is our third session. It's been heating up. It's been getting more and more deep, more and more intense, more and more powerful every session. And I'm truly blessed to be in his presence. I know we're going to break it down even deeper in this one because he is the author of The Mathematics of the Mind. If you don't have it, get it right now. Brother Nuri Muhammad.
Thank you, sir.
Man, you in here teaching. Nah, it's an honor and privilege. We had the opportunity first where we kind of laid the groundwork really about just rescuing our men.
Yes, sir.
And hearing a little bit about your background. Second session, we got to dive in relationships and you schooled us. You took us there. You showed us the power of two equally yoked individuals and what they can do. But I think another space that needs to be discussed and where we're often suffering is our health and wellness.
Yes, sir.
I've been on this journey for quite some time. Myself being diagnosed with different things from a young man, from everything from ADHD to in my adult age to things like lupus and many different things that I've struggled with. But what I found is that, health is the true wealth.
That's right.
And as we know from...
Do y'all see the shoes that Nuri Muhammad got on? Bro, okay, so I know Nuri Muhammad is part of the Nation of Islam, right? And he's part of the FOI, which is the Fruit of Islam. And the FOI is basically like the soldiers of the nation. But those shoes look like regular dress shoes. But at the same time, like you can see like the bootstraps on them. So it's like he really trying to go. I had to point that out because I was like, no, that's kind of wild because I've never seen dress shoes that look like that. And those really are boot dress shoes. Boot dress shoes, shorty. But let's keep going.
From powerful books like Eat to Live,
Yes, sir.
That I live by,
Wow.
That from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that food is our energy, food is our medicine. So your medicine doesn't have to become your food.
Right.
And you've taught on this so much. I mean, and even, we're still creating for all those out there. It's coming, the Dr. Savvy documentary, where we talk about, the African biomineral process, where we learn about who we are as a people and what we're supposed to put into our bodies.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that, to be honest, you know that we're not supposed to ingest. And
That's right.
Currently.
So right now he's talking about health is really the real wealth, right? And right now there's a movement with health and learning like different remedies or different things that we're supposed to eat that really are supposed to electrify us. Like if you're health conscious, which means that you're aware of the things that you eat and you want to become more aware of the things that you eat and eat better. I'm not gonna lie, that's a hard journey, bro. Like I've tried it and I'm still doing it. Like I still catch myself eating certain things that I know I shouldn't be eating. But learning the facts and all the things that go along with that, bro, definitely is a lot. Because you really like re-educating yourself on the things that you've already learned about health. And now with this health movement, we are starting to find out that a lot of the things that they taught us about health were specifically for a specific group of people. Because a lot, and I wouldn't say a specific group of people, but it's for certain people, and certain people are supposed to eat certain things. You're right, because every culture that you see on Earth, right, are from different regions or from different areas, and those different areas eat different things because of the area that they're in. Correct? So with us learning the different health tactics to us becoming more healthy, is gonna be us re-educating ourselves on the different things that we're actually supposed to eat. And it's definitely a long journey, bro. And it's a lifelong journey. But I hope he ends up breaking down some health facts and stuff like that, so then you guys can get an understanding and I can get an understanding too. But it's definitely a journey. Let's keep going.
90% of the things that are in the grocery stores weren't there 100 years ago. And most of them are plastic. And we're ingesting all of these things. But I've heard you teach on this so much. But one thing I found that is really profound that I would love for you to share with our audience is the color code of food.
Wow, yeah. Well, it allows you, it's God's original barcode.
$453,000 in a single month as an affiliate marketer without relying on Google, Facebook, or
that allows you to become your own nutritionist when it comes to figuring out what you need at that time. So the basic breakdown is the food that is red, that's for your vitality and your energy. The orange food, whether it's oranges, squash, this is for the boosting of your immunity. Green is for your digestive system and detoxing you. The purple, the blue, all of the eggplant, the blueberry, this is relaxation. This is what antioxidant kills the free radicals. Then you have the yellow. That's the banana. Potassium is good for your brain. So whatever feeling you have, that's what your feelings are. They are your internal guidance system to let you know something is off balance in you. So if you know the color coding of food, you don't have to know how to read all through the paragraphs of stuff that's on the back. Matter of fact, if it got a paragraph, it's not food.
Wow.
Matter of fact, if it got a barcode, it's not food.
Wow.
It's
If it got a paragraph, it's not food. If it got a paragraph, it's not food. Oh my soul. If you think about it, why, like anything that we ingest, that we get from the store, why does it have it really hasn't a full essay on the back of it. It has like 30 different things that are in that one thing that you're eating. Like, that's crazy to me. Even though I'm to blame, because I still eat it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I understand that a lot of things that are in our food aren't really supposed to be there. And the crazy thing is that in other countries, a lot of the foods here are not allowed in other countries, but we still allow it. But shout out to California too, because they be on it. They really be on it. They don't allow the system there to, they really be moving around their system the way they're supposed to, because they say and they do things that align with who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't allow different health companies and different food companies to produce certain things that'll harm them. You know what I'm saying? Like certain pollutants and stuff like that. I don't know the entire gist of it, but I know that they be moving some shit for real. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going.
It's really an industrialized commodity posing as food. Is good tasting plastic, but it's not real food.
Right.
So that mathematics is something simple that you can employ to help you to pick what you need to pick to help get yourself back into balance and restore yourself.
And as I heard you put it before, that just shows you how amazing God is, that he just laid it out there for you.
He's the best knower. So there was never barcodes and packages. And as you said 100 years ago, what you see, this processed food all of this stuff is carcinogens.
Right.
Has carcinogen, it causes cancer. So you have to stay away from non-God made food. And whenever you unpack the scriptures, you go from Adam to Noah. The life expectancy was an average of 912 years. Adam and Eve were making babies at 600 and some years old.
Wow.
Don't you try that.
I was about to say,
Don't try it at home. But then after Noah in the scripture, originally they were told every herb bearing seed should be to you as meat. And they were eating, some of them were eating 2 meals a week.
Wow.
Living to 1,000 years. Eat one day, fast 3, eat one day. So eating 2 meals every week was about the most that they ate. And they were living up to 1,000 years of age. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said this. He said, if you ate 1 meal every other day, you would only get sick 1 day every 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
And
Bro, all right. So I've been hearing a lot about fasting, Twin. And I've done a fast before. Like, I've tried Ramadan before. I've done it. I did it for the entire month or the entire period that we were supposed to do it. And it really helps you psychologically. And not only does it help you psychologically, but like if worse comes to worse and we don't have no food, bro, we don't have any food at all, you know for a fact that you're gonna be able to go without food for this certain amount of time that you practice. You know what I'm saying? So it prepares you for the worst too. But psychologically, it clears your mind and it clears your system as well. But I want to show y'all this too, to show y'all that I was really on my health thing for a little bit. How to Eat to Live. How to Eat to Live. Elijah Muhammad. I haven't read the full thing yet, but I also have this person who is becoming a health genius, a complete health genius. Shout out to Kayvon. Shout out to Genova. No Bull. Path of Vitality. Shout out him. Because he's really getting into all that different type of stuff, and he's informing me on these different types of things that are supposed to help the body. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have a doctor around. You know what I'm saying? Not your licensed doctor, but the doctor who really knows the facts and the ins and outs of the body and the foods that you're supposed to eat. Because a lot of doctors in the U.S. now, they don't live longer than their patients, which is outrageous. Outrageous. No bull. Let's keep going.
he said, I then asked Master Father Muhammad, what can I do to get rid of that 1 day of sickness every 4 or 5 years? He said, if you eat 1 meal and fast for 72 hours, there will not be enough poison in your body from the previous meal to even get you sick 1 day in your life. So that tells us that sicknesses, all the illnesses are food related. If we would not eat as much as we do and fast more, then we will find ourselves being able to cure. The body, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, your body is its own hospital.
Okay. Fun fact. Shout out to Path of Vitality, right? He told me that when you get sick, it's actually a signification that your body is working. Because that means that your body is trying to get rid of whatever is not supposed to be there. So if you, like, we dread being sick all the time. Like, if you sick, we dread it. We hate being sick, right? But if you rethink what your body is actually doing, it actually is helping you. It really is helping you to detoxify whatever is not supposed to be there. But let's keep going. Fun fact.
But to get it open for business, you got to fast. And when you fast, you open the doors of your hospital to heal you. That's what doctors are really supposed to do. Doctors are supposed to be able to analyze, like a diagnostic machine for a car, and be able to give you some prescription or regimen that allows your body to activate its own healing system to solve your problem.
Indeed.
But doctors today, they're not real doctors. They're really pharmacologists. That's a legal drug dealer.
Pharmacology.
That's what they are. So they come in there and they don't keep no dope on them.
Yeah.
They kingpin. Just write a little
Come on,
script. Send
you gotta
go
go
see
get
my guy at the trap
at
house.
the trap house.
CVS, Walgreens. Go to my trap and go get my guy in the back. Just go to the window. He'll hook you up. And then you walk out of there with that little plastic bag all stapled up, a little brown paper bag stapled up. But it's dope.
Man.
So we live in a
on,
culture.
bro.
What the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was teaching in How to Eat to Live was not symptom suppression. He was teaching you how to cure problems you had and be immune to problems that were coming. He wasn't teaching you how to operate and be a victim. He was teaching you how you can eat to be a victor. He didn't want you to have a pill as a coping mechanism. He wanted you to have a diet as a conquering mechanism for life.
Because if you think about it, twin, doctors give you pills, doctors give you medicine, right? But a lot of the medicine that they give you isn't supposed to heal you. It's something to be suppressing. It's something to not make it go away fully, but something to make you not have the symptoms anymore. But those symptoms, like I said, is what's supposed to help you. You sneezing, you coughing, your body's trying to get rid of a lot of things that are not supposed to be there. But when you drink that cough medicine, when you take those sinus pills, when you take those pills in general, those things are supposed to suppress the sickness instead of letting your body actually do the thing it's supposed to do to get rid of it. Type shit.
So How to Eat to Live. It is the age reversing, disease destroying, life and life more abundantly system God gave to him for us. And Dr. Sebi salutes the Honorable Elijah Muhammad as the one that activated him to even begin his study and his practice to figure out, what was best for us. And he followed it to a great deal. How to Eat to Live.
So true. I mean, now you say we got to make sure you in the documentary, man. Everything, even maybe I might just take that clip right there and put it in the documentary. But I mean, I've learned so much about that journey, and even like as a student of How to Eat to Live, it's definitely changed my life from even hearing, Malcolm X only ate once a day and just different disciplines of fasting that I practice often. And as you said, we're currently in the middle of Ramadan.
Yes,
For someone who doesn't understand that, can you speak on the spiritual practices of that and the benefits that come with it?
Well, Ramadan is the 9th month in the lunar calendar. We follow the Gregorian calendar, which is all messed up.
It's all messed up.
That's why every year all the stuff is all on different dates.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in the lunar calendar, it stays consistent.
Right. April is the first month, right? Or is
Well, they call it, I don't know what exactly, it doesn't have any of the months names that America in the West has.
Right.
But so Ramadan would be like September.
Right.
They're September.
Right.
But it's the month that the Quran was revealed in. It's first started getting revelation. Muhammad first started getting revelation in Ramadan. So they made the month of the Quran, and to show a salute to the scripture, you fast. And it's a month of spiritual purification. There's no food or drinking or sexual intercourse with your wife or husband during the daylight hours.
Right.
And the lesson that comes from it, you do it for 30 days. Think about this. Food, water, and sex. These are 3 things that either brought us here or keep us here. So if you can conquer and master for 12 to 15 hours a day what brought you here and what keeps you here, how easy is it for you to stop smoking a cigarette or to stop drinking or any other bad habit you want to break? So it becomes a month of spiritual purification, recommitting yourself. And we don't argue. We try not to watch anything foul. And that's something to think about too, because
you can fast for multiple things.
Yeah,
Those
it's every physical, mental, and spiritual. Fasting is the only thing that I know that touches all of those with no side effects.
Let me know down in the comments. Do you think you can go a full 30 days during the daylight hours? No eating, drinking, or sexual intercourse. Do you think you could do that for 30 days? Let me know down in the comments. If yes, try it out. No cap. I've tried it. It definitely helps. And it definitely, no cap. But if you think you can't, Why do you think you can't? Let's keep going.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said like this. He said, fasting is a greater cure than all of the pills of this world put into one bottle or a billion bottles.
Wow.
And it's a better cure for both mental and physical disease.
Right.
So once we know, and we learning it about diet, and that they call, they talk about electric food, but reality is this. Everything in the food world or the thought world is either one or two things. It's either tonic or toxic.
I really want to surprise him on our wedding day, and he has no idea that I'm...
Tonic means that it's positive, promotes healing. Toxic means it's negative and promotes disease and sickness. So the food that we eat, even the healthiest food, produce waste, or we wouldn't go to the restaurant.
Right.
So once you try to live a life where you are governing the three gates of the mind. The scientists of this world say it's only two gates. They say the eyes and the ears.
Right.
But it's the mouth too. So your mind, our mind, the raw material that our mind is made out of is not based off of just what we see and observe and what we listen to. It's also based on the food we eat. Because at the end of the day, when you digest food, you're turning solid into liquid or physical into chemical. And the chemicals of the food that's broken down become ingredients that mix to the bloodstream. 60,000 miles of arteries go all through your body. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said in 8 minutes and 20 seconds, 1 drop of blood can make it from the crown of your head all the way through your body to the sole of your feet and back to the crown. So when you eat food, that the chemicals in the food are going in your blood. The blood goes to your brain. Guess what thoughts are? Thoughts are unseen, but they're not unreal. They're electrochemical energy, fast-moving fluid.
Right.
So when you got chemicals of thoughts mixed with the chemicals of food, you can be thinking good thoughts, but if you're eating bad food, your bad food will corrupt your good thoughts.
Wow.
So the three gates.
In school, when you was in elementary school, middle school, have you ever heard your teacher or somebody around you say, you are what you eat? I know I have. You are what you eat. And that's a literal fact. I think when you eat chicken, right? As an analogy, we play chicken fight, right? Or chicken, whatever. Chickens are afraid. They move their head, they scared, they pretty much scared of everything. That's why you call people a chicken. A chicken is because you fear everything. And I feel like when you eat chicken, and I eat chicken, you know what I'm saying? I eat chicken. But I feel like when you eat chicken, it gives you anxiety. I feel like it gives you that emotion of fear. I don't know what it is, but like once you become aware of the way things make you feel when you eat them, you can notice a lot of different things, twin. You notice a lot of different things. And you really just have to pay attention to the way things make you feel. Just a little side note.
If we really want to be solid, holy, wholesome, holistic, we got to guard what we put in our eye, what we look at, what we listen to, and what we eat. And if we can make the three gates only open for that which is tonic, not toxic, we'll be a healthy individual, mind, body, and soul.
Man, you teaching right now. And
another side note to it, my bad. But another thing, right? Another analogy for you. On Instagram, on TikTok, on Snapchat, whatever it is, whatever social media you have, your main page, you call it your feed, right? And I got this from another video from Nick Cannon and Nuri, or KRS-One, or a lot of them be talking about it. But they say your TikTok, your Instagram, your social media, your main page is called your feed. It's what you feed on. It's something that you feed on, you're ingesting inside of you, right? So the things that you're ingesting and the things that you're watching on those different social media apps, they actually affect the way that you think. Which is why when you're watching more educational videos and you're engaging in different educational things on TikTok, on Instagram, or you're watching motivational things, it makes you change. It makes you act a certain way in real life. And I believe that to be true because once I started actually watching things like this about self-improvement, motivation, inspiration, I started to speak that type of way. Even though I didn't know everything, and I still don't know everything, I can tell that I started to change from what I was watching. And if you can say the same, let me know, because it hit different.
You simplify it. But how, I mean, I feel like all of us struggle at some point with our eyes, our ears, and especially our mouth about what we ingest. Is it truly spiritual warfare? Because we hear about all of these things from the secret societies, the Illuminati, we all know that the devil has dominion over the earth, and he's the author of confusion. So knowing what we're up against as a people and in our spirits, why is the battle so difficult?
Well, it is that. What you said is spiritual warfare. But it is there's a verse in the Quran where it talks about Satan or the devil making mischief with created things. He takes everything that is natural that you and I are inclined toward, and he amplifies it and gives a artificial version of it to hijack your taste buds or hijack your urges so that he can pull you into something other than what's.
What he just said right there, right? The devil, he takes things that are truth, makes it a lie. He takes things that are positives and make it negative, whatever you want to say. In another video, KRS-One, I reacted to a video and he was talking about the gun. G-U-N. God, universe, nature. You can click right there, it'll be, or right here, it'll be right there, go watch it. But he said, and I quote, anything that you give a God is good for that God. Anything that you give to a devil is good, or that demon is good for that demon. Because anything positive that you give something positive is gonna return it and exchange it and make it positive again. Anything negative that you give to something negative is gonna return it as negative. And that kind of just reminded me of that video. So go watch that video and comment, like, subscribe.
What's good and right for the sake of taste or pleasure.
Okay.
So that's a pleasure trap.
Right.
So the spiritual warfare that has to take place is on the inside. It's really inside. The battle is in the mind.
Right.
So that's why when you look at what we talked about earlier about bringing every thought captive under Christ, of course you can't take your thought and say, here, Jesus, look at this.
Right.
But it's talking about comparing what you're thinking to what God said on the subject. And when you do so, if it matches, keep it. If it doesn't, kill it. That's spiritual warfare.
Right.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said this. He said that in the nature of the original man, there's a black and a brown germ. And the Yakub was able to take the brown germ, break it down to its weakest form to produce a whole new race of people, called Caucasian. But the black is the positive, brown houses the potential for the negative. Among the Navajos, all the children are told when they're growing up that inside of you there are two wolves. There's a good wolf and there's a bad wolf. And of course, the young soldiers, they always ask, well, grandfather, which one wins? He said, easy, whichever one you feed the most.
Bars. Bars. I feel like some people say they got mixed personalities, right? Which could be true, and I'm not knocking it. But I feel like everybody has two sides of them. And I say this in pretty much every video that I've reacted to and every video that you've seen of mine. There has to be a balance, right? So I feel like you have to have that side, that dark side of you and that light side of you. If you're constantly on that dark side of you, you're always going to be feeding darkness. You're always going to be giving darkness. If you have that light side of you, you're always going to be giving off light. You know what I'm saying? But there are certain situations and occasions where you have to use that dark side. And there are certain situations where you got to use that light side. You know what I'm saying? Like you have that rage, you have that anger, you have all those different emotions that can be used for negative things. But you can also see them in a positive way too. Like that angry side of you lets you know your limit. It lets you know what you won't take. You know what I'm saying? And you can internalize that and realize that I'm not going to take that. You know what I'm saying? But you can also like use that anger to hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it calls, hey, you feel me? Tell you sometimes you just gotta do your thing, but yeah, let's keep going.
Look at that. In Asia, in the Far East, they talk about the yin and the yang.
Right.
In the Holy Quran, there's a verse that says every soul comes with it, a driver and a witness. The witness is the invisible force in man that inclines you to good. The driver is the unseen force that inclines us to evil. So it's in our nature.
Right.
We wrestling with the good wolf, the bad wolf, the yin, the yang, the black germ, the brown germ. We're wrestling with the driver and the witness. Even when we was growing up on cartoons.
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck, whenever they was getting tempted to do something wrong, it wasn't normally somebody talking to them.
Yeah.
It was Daffy Duck with a devil costume on one shoulder, Daffy Duck with an angel costume on the other shoulder. One saying, do this, this is right, you know what's right, you know what you're supposed to be doing. The other one saying, no, go ahead and do it, it's going to be good, it's going to be... So that's the struggle with inside of self. And if we can listen more to the God than the devil, more to the black germ than the brown germ, more to the good wolf than the bad wolf, more to the witness than the driver, the yin than the yang, then the more we feed it, as the Navajo elder told him, whichever one's going to win is the one you feed the most. So
he was spitting, bro. Like he gave some great knowledge, bro. But if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the community Discord in the description. Part 2 coming soon. Love you, Twitter them. Peace and love.